know that your tongue is meant for creation? That's how powerful your tongue is. So I realized that most times we find ourselves in positions where we're not too comfortable with how things are, and we're forced to alter some words, maybe out of hurt or out of frustration and all that. And then you just start creating some negative kind of things, even as a joke. You just start saying some words, and it's very dangerous. The worst of it is when you have like a child around you, or you're a mother, or you're an aunt. You're just, a person of which others look up to for respect, for, wisdom, and then you're not altering words that will hurt that person, hurt their soul, hurt their body, or hurt their minds, by saying, "Oh, you're such a fool. Oh, you're so useless. You're the most useless person I've ever met in my life." That is you creating. So you have to be careful, especially as parents. As a parent, if you are saying maybe your child is misbehaving, you need to tap into your consciousness of, okay, I want to correct this child, but also be guided at the kind of words you're using, because now you want your child to be amazing and you're saying words that are making your child useless. At the end of the day, you have a useless child, and that your useless child is not just going to be useless for you alone. That child will be useless to society, useless in church, useless at home, useless in school. You just created a monster, and then you are now complaining as to why this person is a monster. There is really nothing you can do. It is a result of your tongue. So I saw a video on IG, and very interesting video. I actually shared it, so my repost, if you check, you see it. So the parents, they have this culture of, maybe when they tuck their child in, after tucking their child in, they leave the door slightly open, and then the wife and the husband just be discussing, you know, something by the door, saying lovely things, or maybe projecting positive, ideas, positive mindset towards that child. That child is listening, and you can imagine the kind of expression the child will be having. Say, "Oh, my boy is so smart. My boy, he did so well today in school." That kind of thing. And that child will just be like, imagine them sleeping with those kind of beautiful thoughts. It could be a once in a week kind of activity. You just carelessly say stuff in their head. You don't know that they are there, they are listening, but you're in a way programming the kind of adult you want them to be. Mind you, a lot of people are spending so much time training their kids to be amazing. You'll be doing so much disservice to people who are spending so much time reading up and training good kids. You'll be doing so much disservice to the society by not also putting, wisdom, or training your own child in a way that will also help. Because remember, iron sharpened iron. So imagine your child is well trained, and they come to school and meet up with another child that is well trained. The kind of future leaders we're going to have will not be the scared, the weaklings. It will be the bold, the wise, and the amazing. So at the end of the day, we are creating with our words, we are creating what we'll see in the society, we are creating the kind of adults that we'll end up having at the end of the day. So there's really piece of everything, you know. So just think about it. I thought about it and I thought to share. And let me know what you think. Have a lovely day. Bye.